Okay. Talents for Vengeance Demon Hunter, or Havoc Demon Hunter, I'm sorry. Fellblade because it gives you a gap closer and does do fire damage, so it will ignore armor. I take Demonic Appetite here because it makes your Chaos Strike spawn lesser soul fragments, which will heal you and give you Fury, so that's why I take that. I take Bloodlet just for the bleed, Soul Rending for the extra leech. You can also take any of these talents, but I just like Soul Rending the most. Take that from that guy, because that's mine. Momentum for the 20% damage increase whenever you use Vengeful Retreat or Fell Rush. Master of Glaive for the extra glaive tosses. Pretty strong. And Demonic for the extra demon form. And then Honor talents are Reinforced Armor, Glider's Medallion, Cover of Darkness for the immunity to damage, Eye of Leothris for the extra magical damage. Demonic Origins for the 10% damage increase and reduced cooldown on Metamorphosis, and Mana Break for the damage there as well. I'm going to Metamorphosis here, use Blur. I can use Darkness here as well, I'm probably going to since there's so many people here. And again, just trying to do AoE damage, which I'm actually doing a pretty successful job of doing here. So again, I'm going to go on the healers because we are very mobile, especially against, I guess, druids. Because they can just fly around half the time. And since we are so mobile, we don't really have a problem. I'm going to Vengeful Retreat and go on the Mistweaver here. I'm going to put Eye of Leothris on the Shadow Priest because he is going to be casting a lot, and that will just do percent max health damage to him as well. I'm going to go back on the Druid here. My Fell Rush didn't really work there. That's the first time I've ever seen that bug out, so that's not a common problem, but for some reason it was right there. Don't know where that guy went. Going to try to interrupt that. Of course, I know how to interrupt. I'm going to stun this Mistweaver here. He will trinket. Don't forget that your interrupt does give you like 50 pain or vengeance or havoc, whatever it's called. I think it's fury when you're a havoc demon hunter. So, but again, just going to use Chaos Strike here. Obviously, your Chaos Strike is your pain, or sorry, fury spender. And we will go back on that druid slash anyone. Oh, we'll go back on the druid. He does have bop. Seems like this guy and that guy are kind of being friends, so again, we will just go on the druid here. I'm going to use my I-beam just for the demon form. Going to use that, and I can just Chaos Strike forever now. Just gonna slow him every time he tries to just kind of get away. He did use Bark Skin, just gonna let that happen. He is going to Waterworks. So, Mana Break is very strong if someone has low mana. Pretty much does like 20% of their max health. Gonna put Eye of Leothris on that Shadow Priest because he is just gonna be casting a lot unless he's silly and doesn't use cast. He does use Dispersion here, which is the better call, I'd say. Gonna use Demon Form on this guy. I'm actually going to go on the healer here, and I'm just going to Chaos Nova, use my artifact ability. He did trinket it immediately. Gonna Arcane Torrent. Gonna use Blur here because I am getting Void Torrented by the Shadow Priest. Gonna go back onto the Shadow Priest, spam my Chaos Strike on him, and now I will go back on the Mistweaver because Mistweavers are annoying. He's gonna put his Transcendence in here. I can camp it. He's pretty much just gonna make it stay in there whenever. He's gonna put it in there, so whenever he gets low, he can just transfer to it, which he probably will do here. So I'm gonna go over there. Just kidding. He's gonna transfer to it here, though. Guarantee it. Maybe. There we go. I was waiting for it, and it finally happened. So again, we can't interrupt his thing for his cast for extra fury generation. So that's always something to keep in mind. Soul Fragments will always heal you, by the way, so you want to pick up those whenever you see them. You'll see I do spawn a decent amount of Soul Fragments over time. They will give you fury as well. Gonna interrupt his Soothing Mist. He probably will transfer back to his Transcendence here in a little bit. Just kidding. So again, Havoc Demon Hunter, it's fairly simple. All you do is use Demon Bite and Fellblade, and use Chaos Strike. You want to use Throw-Glaive for the Bleedlet and the Slow, or the Bloodlet and Slow. You want to use Chaos Nova and your Artifacts ability together. And you want to use I-Beam on cooldown, one running Demonic, so you get those extra demon forms. And that's about it, honestly. Hey, I just got back into this game. I played for Wrath of the Lich King to count as a 2200 Ret Pally. I got 110 character boost, and I want to use it on a class that's really strong in PvP DPS only. Thinking Rogue or Pally, not sure though, because I don't know what classes are good right now, but I'm mainly Haven't experience in Pallies, Rogues, Warriors, and Mages. Any recommendations? Paladin's pretty good. Paladin. Rogue is also going to be strong. Rogues are apparently even stronger in BFA. Warriors are also very strong as well. The only thing I wouldn't suggest is Mage. So, anything other than Mage, you're probably good, man. Gonna kill that Psyfiend. It's just gonna take all of my health away from me, though. There we go. So again, we can just do that. We're gonna I-beam here, because that does do like 500,000 damage. I'm just gonna generate Fury on this guy with my Demon's Bite. Once his dispersion's over, I'm just gonna silence, use my artifact ability, and use my Chaos Strike here. Thought he tried juking me, but that's fine. And we will just vengeful retreat back onto dry land. Good afternoon, Para. GGSR, what's up, man? How's it going? Para, you rock. Thanks. Thanks, Young Razka. Thank you. And again, I have Leothris on casters. Cover of Darkness is your oh shit button. It's pretty much a bubble. Demonic Origins just gives you 10% damage increase and reduces the cooldown of your Metamorphosis. Mana Break does do % max health damage based on how low the person's mana is. Bloodlit does damage over time. This spawns Soul Fragments that heals you and gives you extra Fury. This gives you extra Leech. This gives you 20% increase to damage whenever you Fell Rush or Vengeful Retreat. This gives you 2 Throwglaive procs, which will give you more Bloodlits and permanent slow. And this will just give you a Demon form that is up very often. And I'd say the main thing on this spec is to just find your Soul Fragments and pick those up, because it will heal you for a decent amount and also gives you Fury. Hey, you said my name right. I'm glad. I try to pronounce names correctly. Also, any good recommendations for a solid PvP realm? Any? Yeah, boy! Forkle, thanks for the follow. And Val, thanks for the follow, by the way. What's up, All Might? What's up, man? I'm gonna go on the Mistweaver here. Going to go on him right here. Okay, you know, my Chaos Nova didn't hit. Don't know why, but we won't question things. Oh, I now know why. It's because he's lagging. Lovely. There he is. Bleeding Hollow. Do all your characters have a high item level? They do. They do indeed. I'm gonna use my Metamorphosis here just for the gap closer. And we will Blanket Silence here. And he's going to go in there and Ring of Peace. He's gonna walk out and then Ring of Peace everyone in there, by the way. It's definitely a good tactic if you can actually pull it off, by the way. I think I'm going to go with Red Pally, though, because I played it for years. Just need to figure out which realm. Tychondrius is a good PvP realm. Any realm will work for PvP because everything's cross-server now. Yeah, boy! In Battle for Azeroth, they are introducing a PvP mode, which you will enable in a capital city, which will pretty much let you have a cross-server PvP realm mixed into every server. So you'll enable that, and you'll just be able to kind of, you know, PvP whenever you really want. So we're gonna go on the Shadow Priest here. He's kind of not even playing the game, but I don't really care. Para, I wasn't expecting you to be on. It's Saturday, right? Well, yeah, it's kind of early for me to be on, exactly. So you would be correct. Kyoto, thanks for the follow. Val, thanks for the follow as well. Solid PvP realm. Just play any realm. That's my suggestion. Any realm will do. I think I'm gonna go to Red Pally. Oh, my hand just twitched. All my characters do have a high item level. So again, the basic rotation is generate Fury. We'll go on this guy. Seems like he wants it. I'm gonna use Blur here since he did just use like every defensive ever. He did Hodge me. I don't know why he'd use Hodge and an Eye for an Eye at the same time. I'm pretty much fine here. I'm gonna use Eye of Leothris because it probably will refresh on him. I'm going to do Chaos Nova, use Cover of Darkness, and I do have some cooldowns here as well. He's pretty much dead. I'm not going to take any damage in Cover of Darkness, by the way, so I did get very low on health, but didn't really matter at the end of the day. Still killed him, probably thanks to this guy. Probably saved my ass a little bit, but let's not talk about that. Ret Pally hurts, they do. Ret Pallies probably do some of the highest damage in the game right now. In your opinion, what's the best way to gear up as quickly as possible? Probably just arenas. Arenas and RBGs. And then, obviously, Mythic Plus, but It's pretty much up to you. I wonder if I can jump over. Oh, I can. I'm gonna use Eye of Leothris on this guy, because I know he's going to try and just kind of cast spells and kite. Going to Chaos Nova here, going to Eye Beam. And he is still just taking general damage. And that's GG, guys. So again, the Havoc Demon Hunter in review. Fury generators are Fellblade and Demon Bite. Fury Spender is Chaos Strike. Use your Bloodlet use your Throatglaive to apply Bloodlet and the permanent slow. Use Blur and Darkness whenever you need to kind of avoid damage. For your artifact ability, you want to Chaos Nova and Fury of Illidari. The more people you stun with Chaos Nova, the more likely you are to do more damage with Fury of Illidari. You will also get Soul Fragments back with Chaos Nova, which will reduce the cooldown on Eye Beam, which will obviously make you go into demon form more. Eye Beam and Chaos Nova's cooldown is reduced for every Soul Fragment that you do pick up, so that's why it synergizes so well with Demonic Appetite. So I will have a more in-depth class guide on Demon Hunter on my channel in the future, so I'd keep an eye out for that, guys. And yeah, that's Battleground explained on